Peace FM 104.3. Good to meet
and its expenditure and the relationship. That is one level of restoring macroeconomic stability. In OSHA, so far, no 2023 budget, IMF staff level agreement I here discussing, you will see the running word, fiscal consolidation. You will see it. And you don't need to do economics. Everybody is using it. Fiscal consolidation. Fiscal consolidation 2023. Date of birth. Because we call it fiscal consolidation because the problem is largely fiscal. It's largely fiscal, which is about government expenditure and revenue. How do we explain that? Government generates small revenue, but we spend so much. The difference, your bubbles here, they are balancing books. They are also books, also balances. Expenditure must equal revenue at some point. So expenditure is more than revenue. The difference, also buying bubbles here. And to say this year, a banker turns on bubbles here. I won't take that one. I will go and look at the budget. The budget now you are presenting a parliament approval, including minority and all of them. If the budget has deficits, that deficit is not trying and say the level of borrowing the government will do. In fact, in this country, Parliament cannot approve a budget with deficit and later come and blame government for borrowing too much. They've already approved. Because once you run a budget deficit, it's an indication of the borrowing requirements of the government. Okay, so because in that budget, the government will then indicate the financing of the deficit. And all of that is in the budget. So once you approve that, you have given the enablement to the ministry now to borrow. The rest is a specific instrument through which the borrowing will be done, which then will go through Parliament also. So that is how we look at it. Then the second one, apart from the fiscal, the second one is debt operation or debt exchange. So these two is what we are deploying to restore debt sustainability. And now, Oman can't say and say, baby, I want to see and see a restore debt sustainability. We are looking at it up to 2028. In other words, the next 6 years or so, 2020, the next 5 years, essentially, 2028. Meanwhile, IMF program is a 3-year program. It will end essentially 2026, maybe. Let's put it that way. If it starts this year, we are hoping that we'll be able to have the program approved. Now, hello.
Prof Bokpin.
You see, a problem is the burden sharing in restoring debt sustainability. Do na akoda creditors so. Meanwhile, adjustment, physical debt operation in restoring debt sustainability. Now you are looking at fairness, equity, fairness from fiscal side, which means you said buying, and it doesn't. It's because it's NPP that is in government. Government must do its part fairly. Then we can ask creditors to also meet us halfway. Halfway, when we talk about meeting us halfway, it doesn't mean that the government is actually standing at the corner of their post and asking creditors to come all the way from the other end of the post to where they are. Government must also come to the center line. Creditors also come to the center line. We meet each other halfway. But under the current terms, look, you will see, said, government is doing just minimum. Government is doing just minimum. Creating a government area. They are preserving their comfort zone. And because government is doing just minimum, the bigger portion of the burden is now being shifted to creditors. For now, we can't tell and compare the terms of the external debt restructuring vis-a-vis domestic to see whether there's fairness, there's equity within investor category type. We can't tell because government hasn't made any pronouncement really on the external debt restructuring. So what we have now is a domestic debt estimate. Okay, Master, let's end it there. Let's come to the implication of what we are doing right now.
This FM 104.3. Good to meet you.